Hey guys, it's me, Miss Norris, and today I'd like to share a read aloud of the story Gregory's Shadow with you. Gregory's Shadow was written by Don Freeman in the year 2000, and it's a sweet story about a little groundhog, and I hope you really enjoy it. If you're ready to hear the story, I'm ready to share it. Here we go. Gregory's Shadow. Early one cold morning, Gregory Groundhog bundled up before going outside. He had spent the entire winter inside his cozy burrow home. Tomorrow was Groundhog Day. The farmers would want to know if Gregory and his shadow came out of their burrow together. If they did, there would be 6 more weeks of winter. But if Gregory came out alone, spring would be coming very soon. "Come, Shadow," Gregory said to his friend. "I can't wait until tomorrow. I'm hungry. Let's go dig up something to eat." Gregory was shy. Having a friend like Shadow made him feel brave. They did everything together. "Sure," said Shadow. "I'm right behind you." So Gregory is getting ready to go out because it's February 1st and Groundhog Day is February 2nd. And if he goes out with his shadow, there will be more winter. And if he goes out alone, then spring will be coming soon. But Gregory says he can't wait until tomorrow. He's hungry. Sorry. Gregory opened the door. It was a windy day, but the sun was shining. The ground was covered in snow. So you can see he's coming out with his shadow right now. When the two friends reached the edge of Farmer Ferguson's garden, Gregory saw another shadow coming toward him. It was waving its arms. What could it be? So we see another shadow, and it's kind of a scary one for Gregory. Oh. Gregory was frightened. He ran back home. "Wait for me," Shadow called out. So whatever that other shadow was really scared Gregory. But it was too late. Gregory had closed the door. He was so scared he'd forgot about his friend. He pulled the covers over his head and shut his eyes tight. Shadow was left outside. Dun, dun, dun. That's his buddy who makes him feel brave. But he left him outside. Do you think Shadow will be okay? We'll have to find out. Shadow was alone. He was shy too, and being with Gregory made him feel brave. He looked up from the shadow with waving arms and saw Farmer Ferguson's scarecrow. "Whose shadow are you?" asked Scarecrow. "I belong to Gregory Groundhog," replied Shadow, "but he left me here. What should I do?" "I would like to help you, but I don't know how," said the Scarecrow. "I don't need a shadow. As you can see, I already have one." So Gregory's shadow is asking the Scarecrow for some advice, but he doesn't have any except because he already has a shadow. Shadow felt very sad. He leaned against a tree. "Are you lost?" said the tree. Shadow told her about Gregory. "I would like to help you, but I don't know how," said the tree. "I don't need a shadow. As you can see, I already have one." "I know where I belong," Shadow said, "with Gregory Groundhog." He walked slowly through the snow. So the tree says, I don't know what you need that shadow for. I already have one, so I don't know how to help you. And so he's walking away slowly and sad. He soon grew tired. Just then he saw an old barn. "That's a good place for me to rest," he said to himself. "I'll be able to think more clearly after I have a nap." Shadow climbed into the dark, cozy hayloft and fell asleep. So he climbed up into the hayloft up here and made a little nest and fell asleep. Meanwhile, Gregory Groundhog had realized Shadow was missing, and he was hunting for his friend. "Oh, maybe he's under the bed," he thought. But all he saw was the straw mattress he had put there last fall. "Maybe Shadow is lost," he said. "He must be scared. I will go find him." So Gregory realizes that Shadow's missing and he's looking under his bed. He says, "Oh no, he's scared. I'm going to go find him." You think he's going to find his shadow? I hope so. They're best friends. Gregory spent all day searching through the falling snow, and he didn't even think about how scared he was. He only thought about finding Shadow. So missing his friend has made him braver already. When it began to snow harder, Gregory ran into the barn. Oh, remember where Shadow is. It was very dark inside. So it's snowing outside, and now Gregory's in a place that's a little bit scary for him. Bang! The barn door blew shut behind him. Up in the hayloft, Shadow opened his eyes. He looked down and saw his dear old friend Gregory. Gregory looked up. He thought he saw something in the hayloft. It looked like a blue ghost. So his shadow knows that this is Gregory, but Gregory thinks that's a blue ghost. He's a little scared. Gregory was just about to dash out the barn door when he heard a voice say, "It's me! I'm your lost shadow!" "Oh, no, you're not my shadow," Gregory said. "You're a ghost!" Then he ran outside. It had stopped snowing. I guess that's good. It's done snowing, but he's running out of a warm barn, and he's very scared. Shadow followed his friend into the bright moonlight. Gregory wouldn't leave him behind this time. When Gregory Groundhog turned around, he was very surprised. "Why, you really are my shadow," he said. "I've found you at last." "And I've found you," said Shadow. Never was there a happier pair. So he's running away from the ghost, and he turns around and he says, "Hey, you really are my shadow." They danced together far into the night. Then Gregory said, "I almost forgot. Tomorrow is Groundhog Day. The farmer will be looking for me." Together they made their way back home. "If they see us together," They will be unhappy. It will mean 6 more weeks of winter, Gregory told his friend. He didn't want the farmers to be unhappy, but he didn't want to be separated from his friend again. What should he do? So he's saying they don't really want to separate again because being apart was kind of scary for both of them. But if they go out together, that means that there's more winter to come and it will make the farmer angry. So they're going back to their burrow, to their den, to think about what they're going to do. Do you think they're going to stick together, or do you think that they're going to find another plan? Early that morning, farmers and their families waited to see the groundhog. They watched from a great distance. "Oh, here he comes now," said Farmer Ferguson. So the whole town and all of the farmers have come out to see what the groundhog is going to tell them about the weather. Gregory opened the door to his burrow. It was a gray, cloudy day. He sniffed the air. He saw the farmers. Then he had a very good idea. "Hide behind me, Shadow," he whispered. Shadow understood. He snuggled up behind his friend as close as he could and held on tight. He was so close, no one could see him. "Hooray! The groundhog is staying outside without his shadow!" the farmers cheered. "Spring will be here soon! Our hard winter is over!" So they are very happy, but technically the shadow is there. They're just very close together. Farmer Ferguson gave Gregory some delicious vegetables he had kept in his root cellar to thank him for the good news. And oh, what a feast Gregory had. Ever since then, Gregory Groundhog waits until the 2nd of February to open his door. He and Shadow stay very close to each other all the time, and they are always very brave together. The end. Oh, look how cute he is. The end. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you really enjoyed the story about Gregory and his shadow. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. If you're not a subscriber yet, click the subscribe button down here at the bottom of the page. And don't forget to click the bell so that you're notified when there's new content. I hope to see you all again real soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.